Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on kplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 8 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number sequences. The lessons we're going to cover today are number sequences word problems, evaluate variable expressions for numeric sequences, write variable expressions for arithmetic sequences. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I am on the chapter number sequences. Let's just start with the lesson, that is number sequences word problems. Type the number sequence in this sequence. So you have to find the number in the sequence. So let's just see how the pattern is going. Then we'll find the missing number, right? Okay, so you have 80, 74, missing numbers is 256. That is a decreasing pattern, right? How they are decreasing? 80 minus 6 is 74, 62 minus 6 is 56, right? So that means for this one again you have to subtract 6, so that is 68. So the correct option is 68, right? Okay, you can do the practice questions on your own. Let's just start with the test questions. Dane has a garden and like to put flowers from her garden into pretty vases. Dane put 24 flowers in the first vase, 28 flowers in the second vase, 32 flowers in the third vase, 36 flowers in the fifth vase. If the pattern continues, how many flowers will Dane put in the sixth vase? So which is the correct option? So you just see how they are increasing. 24 plus 4 is 28. 28 plus 4 is 32. 32 plus 4 is 36. The pattern is going by 4. So for the next one, you need to do 20. 40 plus 4, that is 44. So that means for the next vase, in the sixth one, he is going to place 44 flowers. Got it? So the correct option is 44 flowers. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is a new cookbook is becoming popular. The local bookstores ordered one copy in May, two copies in June, four copies in July, and eight copies in August. If the pattern continues, how many copies will the bookstore order in September? They are 1, 2, 4, 8. So September it will be 16. That means in September they will order 16 copies. How 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. So the correct option is 16 copies. So the correct option is 16, right? Okay, the next one is Jonathan is putting stickers in the sticker book. He put one sticker on the first page, two stickers on the second page, four stickers on the third page, eight stickers on the fourth page. If the pattern continues, how many stickers will Jonathan put on fifth page? So which is the correct option? 16 it is, right? They all are the multiples of 2. So that means for the next one, on the fifth page, he put 15, 16. Lara's bakery is getting more and more orders for blackberry pies. The bakers made 54 blackberries in June, 63 blackberry pies in July, 72 in October, 81 in September, and 90 in October. If the pattern continues, how many blackberry pies will the bakery bake in November? So let's just see how the pattern going. Mm, 9, I think, right? Then again 63 to 72. Yes, 9. So the pattern is increasing by 9. You can add 9 to 90. So 90 plus 9 is 99. That means in November, the baker will bake 99 blackberry pies, right? The correct option is 99. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Nancy is reviewing her cell phone bill. When she goes to the text message part, she notices that she sent 4 text messages in March, 6 text messages in April, 8 text messages in May, 10 messages in June, and 12 text messages in July. If the pattern continues, how many text messages will Nancy send in August? There are 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that means the next one would be 14 text. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is evaluate variable expressions for number sequences. Let's just start with the lesson. So for the first three terms of the sequence defined below, where n represents the position of a term in the sequence, start with n equals 1. You are given the mathematical expression. You have to find the numbers of the sequences. So the mathematical expression you are given is 3x times 3 exponent n, right? You can find different values. You have to find first three terms in the sequence. Just replace this variable n equals 1 for the first time. So that is 3 exponent 1. So 3 exponent 1 means 3. 3 times 3 is 9, right? Then n equals to 3 and 3 square. 3 square is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. The third one is 3. 3 exponent 3, that is 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. So that means the next one is 9, 27 and 81. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Let's see how do we find the numbers in the sequences, right? Let's just start with the test questions. So find the first four terms in the sequence defined below where n represents the position of a term in the sequence. Start with n equals 1. So you are given the equation that is negative 6 n plus 7. Start with n equals 1. Negative 6 times 1 plus 7. 6 times negative 6 times 1 is negative 6 and 7 minus negative 6 is 1. So 1 it is. Now n is 2. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12 and negative 12 plus 7 is negative 5. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? For the third one, that is 6 times 3 plus 7. Negative 18 plus 7 is negative 11. So option number negative 11 it is, right? That the next one would be negative 17. So they are 1, 5, 11 and negative 17. So if you are given the numerical expression, that's how you find the values of the pattern, that is Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, so that is 3 times 4 exponent and start with n equals 1, right? 3 times 4 exponent 1. 4 exponent 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 it is. 3, 4 square. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48. 48 it is. 3, 4 exponent 3. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. 64 times 3 is 192. Option number. Okay, the next one is 3, 4 exponent 4. So 64 times 4 is 256 and 256 times 3 is 768. The correct option is option number 1, that is 768. It is so option number 1 is the correct option. They are 12, 48, 192 and 768. Okay, the next one is find the first four terms of the sequence defined below, which where n represents the position of a term in the sequence, that is negative 2 n plus 5. You have to write down the first four terms, start with n equals 1. That is negative 2 times 1 plus 5, negative 2 times 2 plus 5, negative 2 times 2 plus 5, negative 2 times 2 plus 5. 5 minus 2 is 3, 5 minus 4 is 1, 5 minus 6 is minus 1 and 5. Option number 2 is the correct option. There are 3, 1, negative 1 and negative 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is write variable expressions for arithmetic sequences. Now you are given the sequences. You need to write down the mathematical sequence, right? Mathematical expressions. Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself later today. Okay. You are given the sequence, that is 83, 84, 85 and 86. You need to write down the mathematical expression. Okay, now you are given two of them. Let's see which is the correct option. Start with the first one, n plus 82. If n equals 1, 1 plus 82 is 83. N is 2, 82 plus 2 is 84. N is 3, 82 plus 3 is 85. So that is option number 1. They have the same values, 83, 84, 85 and 86. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option, that is n plus 2 is the correct option. Okay, write an expression to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of the terms in the sequence where n equals 1, negative 84, negative 164, negative 252, and negative 336. So start with the first one, 84. 84 times 2 is 168, 168 2 times 252, 252 2 times. So you have to do next one, 336 times. That means every number you are multiplying with, and that is 84n. So that means you are multiplying by, and that is option number 2 is the correct option. That option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 84 times n is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is write an expression to describe the sequence below. Use and to represent the position of a term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first term. So which is the correct option? Which one is the correct sequence? So the sequence is n plus 10, right? Because when n equals 1, the first one would be 10 plus 1, that is 11. When n equals 2, that is 10 plus 2, that is 12. When n equals 3, 3 plus 10, that is 13. So the correct option is option number 1. The mathematical sequence is n plus 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. So which is the correct option? 8, 16, 24, 32. They all are the multiples of 8, right? 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, and 8 times 4 is 32. So the correct option is option number 1, that is 8 times n. Okay, write an expression to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of the term in the sequence where n equals 1. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? That is option number 1, right? N is 1, 1 plus 93 is 94. When n is 2, 2 plus 93 is 95. So that's option number 1. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we are working on grade 8 math. Chapter we are working on is number sequences. The lessons we have covered today are number sequences word problems, evaluate variable expressions for number sequences, write variable expressions for arithmetic sequences. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Alright, then you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have. And you can please write down the questions. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any.